So this is chapter 4, part 5. I am talking about the nesting of multiple selection statements with this thing. The way how you can actually structure this control structure is to do an if-else, 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 if-else with this. If you look at the structure right here, if the score is greater than or equal to 90, if that's true, then you do this. Else, if the score is greater than or equal to 80, that falls between 80 and 89 in this case, you will get the letter B, and so on. But very important is that you always have the else statement down here. That's kind of like your safety net with this thing. So you can actually, if they don't pick any of these range, there's always a default safety net that catches the outcome of the else with it. One thing I want to point out is you can also flip this entire chart upside down. So let's say score in this case is greater than, or needs to be less than what, 60, less than 70. You can break it down from 60 to 70. You can break it down from 69 to 79. You can break it down from 70 to 79. You can break that down from 80 to a particular range with it. One way to alleviate this multiple nesting is, what if you had a score, different range, and you can put some logical operators with this thing. But this is the best way to do range, is always have the high number in the top, the low number at the bottom. That's the best practice. Here's another one. Here's another comparison of the if-else statements. If they type in a letter 1, what month will they get with it? Here's another one, if-else statements. If the statement falls under an if statement, this is what a single execution with it, and this will work to us. But note, this is an equal evaluation. Okay, so it has to come in exactly what the selection is. So let's talk about short circuit evaluation of logical. I talked to you earlier about what is a logical short circuit evaluation with it. By definition, evaluation of a logical expression stops as soon as the value of the expression is known. For instance, this is, remember what this pipe is? This is your OR. So if the age greater than or equal to 21, if the age is 17, for example, this is false. And this is an OR with the same. So this is an OR. What's the outcome of this? False. And do I need to evaluate this? No. If the grade is equal to A, alright. If this is an AND statement, do I need to evaluate this part? No. So these are the two examples that you just look at the first expression, and you don't really need to look at the second expression. That's what's called a short circuit. The reason that does is it helps the processor and helps the memory to store that value in there. Okay. So comparison of the floating points. Here we go. I just want to make a note of this thing. So let's say you take what? This is a floating divided by a float divided by a float, so on, and this evaluates as to a false with y. Well, take a look at this. I want you to see this. There is the evaluation. Of course, when you multiply all this out, you're going to see that this is position right now is handed off to this value with it. So what do you do? Well, there's ways that you have to use as the C math library file, and the library file that actually evaluates this. Remember, you use static cast with it. So you can convert this to a static cast to prevent this type of division, to get this high number of floating point with it. Tailor the solution, a use of tolerance value with this thing is the absolute value of x minus y, less than this. Okay, so this is one way how to get around it with it. Let's take a look at the associative of the relation operators with this thing. So you're prompting the user to enter a number. They type in a number, reading the number, and the number falls between 0 or greater than 0 between 10, you're going to give this output. If it's false, you're going to actually come on down and give this number is not between that. So that's just a simple associative rule with this. So let's look at the operator precaution with this thing. I want to just to elude a couple of things we talked about. Let me pause right here.